Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT Americas KICKOFF 2025. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied this time by Cryo of 100 Thieves coming off of a match against Sentinels where they ended up losing said match in said competition. So, Cryo, thank you so much. I understand that coming out of that match, it must be really tough to kind of handle that, but such is the case. Still gotta give my thanks to you for making this happen. First and foremost, gotta ask you, how are you feeling after coming off of a match like that?
Um, Always sucks to lose, but I think I think we immediately knew our mistakes in that series, especially map three. So we know what to cover for next time for our next game, which I think we have like a week, pretty sure. So we have a lot of time to prep and kind of water view and just kind of like break it down what exactly went wrong.
I mean, I gotta ask you. Obviously, the follow up onto that. I mean, jumping ahead over into Pearl. I mean, in which it was pretty much a back and forth contest, leading up to the second half, in which Sentinels won 7 of the last 8 rounds overall. I mean, what do you think just went wrong for the team? What kind of contributed the most, in your opinion, behind the struggles?
We just lacked a lot of info, especially on the second half, our defense half. We didn't play the map normally like we do how in scrims, so we just weren't really searching for any information. We were just kind of gamble stacking, like a lot of 4-1 based off our reads, which is not bad. I mean, our reads are usually pretty good, but yeah, we just don't have enough information, like no deep lines, anything like that. That's pretty much the overarching like problem, I'd say.
I think once you don't, if once you guys don't have that kind of additional information, then that kind of puts you in a bit of a crutch to then kind of pounce on uh, whatever situation you are in, right? Just more so, it kind of led to like a snowball effect for the team in that fashion, right? Yeah,
Yep.
and no, for sure, short and sweet. Gotta ask you, obviously, overall into the series, starting off very dominant on split, and then I guess there was a clear expectation, I believe, for the team to continue the momentum, in which you guys were able to do at the start of Bind, and then Sentinels started to return or to respond in kind. So, gotta ask you overall, I think we're like over in Bind when that kind of momentum started to turn to the opponent team's favor. What do you think just made the switch? Is it kind of similar to the issues that you pointed out in the beginning of the conversation?
Thing on binds, we have like a set like system and like foundation that we kind of fall back to, I guess. So like when we play these like high intensity matches, we kind of hope to fall back to our foundation and prac that have been building. Um, but I think our team fights on binds were not as together as normal. I think a lot of us were just making a lot of individual plays or mistakes, and they kind of caught on to that. So it just didn't feel as normal as it usually is.
I mean, obviously, like looking into the match between your team and Sentinels, there's plenty of storyline regarding like Bang moving over to Sentinels and then you guys taking on against him, and then I believe there was also a segment done by Riv between Asuna and Bang, just kind of like piggybacking off of that. I mean, for you in particular, Cryo, like what was the, or more so, what was your impression of Sentinels with your ex teammate, and what were some of the biggest challenges that they presented to you guys in the server?
Um, I think after the match today, we pretty much lost just because of our mistakes. To be honest, I mean, we felt pretty in control for the most part, other than the mistakes that I've previously talked about. So, I mean, do they look better with Bang and Neri? I have no idea, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
More so now focusing back onto your team. I mean, you kind of already mentioned the issues that affected you guys, but more so, what do you think was the biggest positives, if any, that you can kind of point out? Given that this is your first match in the season, so like there's plenty of like to learn. So, what do you think was the biggest takeaways from just observing and playing within this team?
Yeah, I think I mean, I think there are a lot of positives, to be honest. This loss doesn't feel as like horrible. Like we didn't play horrible at all. I think the things that we've been working on in practice the past few weeks like really shines like a lot throughout the series. We really focus on like incorporating all of your teammates around you into play so that no one's really like left out or like peeking into multiple people. We always try to like just kind of fight as a team. To be honest, I think that was like a heavy focus for us, and I think that in this series, for the most part, it was pretty good.
I want to ask you about including Xander, and obviously, like I had an opportunity to talk to a few of your teammates before the start of kickoff, and they gave their own words about what the system is like, trying to add him into the squad. And so, focusing on Xander's play in particular for today, how do you kind of view his contribution to the team and basically, yeah, contribution in general?
Um, yeah, so Xander coming to the team, he's obviously been with M80 for a few years, so he's always been in their system and how they view the game. So it's always good to have another point of view coming from him. Uh, I mean, for the most part, we're just like the past 3 weeks of practice, we're just like kind of like going over the same things, but just like this time we're just not we don't have Bang, we have Xander instead. So we're kind of like introducing concepts, ideas to him. Um, like for example, like something that would be like normal or like instinct for Sean or Bang. It's not really like the same for Xander. So with time, I think he's gonna like really like accept our system and how we play and how we view the game. So but yeah, I mean, he always comes with new ideas. He's pretty vocal in like the macro part of like calling, so it's always a big help for Boostio. So he's pretty great.
Yeah, definitely saw incredible moments within the series with Boosty, popping off, and I guess the rest of you guys happening as well. I'm kind of looking at that initial part in which like Asuna pulled off like a play in first map, and then everybody was starting to stand around. Kind of good vibes on that regard, and hopefully you guys can kind of continue that energy despite the loss into your next match, which is against NRG. And so with as you said, you guys having roughly less than a week from now until then, what do you think is going to be the biggest like focus on within the 100 Thieves camp that you guys want to address? Most importantly, within that time frame.
Pretty much the issues that I've already talked about. Just not having that deep info lines, so we're playing a bit scared, a bit timid, and also just having better team play, team fights is probably going to be our main focus. Um, but personally, I'm feeling very confident going into the match, just as long as we go over our mistakes, and we have a lot of time to prepare.
Sure. Hopefully, you guys are able to do that in due time and more specifically in the next match. Cryo, thank you so much for giving me a chance to talk to you for this interview. Best of luck goes to yourself and also for the rest of the team in your next match.
Thank you.